Hey Max, what should we do while we're waiting for the pool to fill back up? How about some barbecue? All right, let's make barbecue. The meat on the menu for today is beef. And we have here some beef short ribs with a lot of meat. So it can be kind of hard to find the right cut of beef that you're looking for down here in the Yucatan. So what I like to do is I like to buy an entire slab of ribs and then have them either cut it the way I want it cut or cut off parts to use elsewhere. Sometimes I'll separate this meat here for carne asada and just have the ribs like barbecue ribs, but we're gonna slow cook these in a dry rub today that will give us some southern style beef ribs that just melt in your mouth. So let's look at making our dry rub. We have our assortment of spices here, and I used to mix my own spice from scratch, but finding those spices, transporting those spices, all of that kind of became a pain. So what I have found works really well is just using a couple of store brand spices that have the ingredients that I already want in them. Got my Pappy's here, Pappy's prime rib rub, and some McCormick's Montreal steak. These two pretty much have the same ingredients the way that I like them for my dry rub. So we're gonna take equal parts here and mix them together to make our dry rub. The Montreal steak has those really big chunks of salt and pepper and garlic, and then the Pappy's prime rib here has some fennel seed and some other stuff that really helps add some flavor to our ribs. So let's mix this up, and then we'll get our meat over here and rub it down. Now that we have our dry rub here mixed, we are going to just pat down our meat to remove any excess moisture. These were previously frozen. I bought them some time ago and just now got ready. Now there's one piece that a lot of people skip when they're doing beef that I discovered helps you when you're done trying to eat these puppies, and that is that you need to remove this membrane from the back of the ribs. If you take a paper towel, you can grab that membrane, you see that there? And you just peel it off. It'll peel off all the way down the meat. Since I'm shooting this myself, I only have one hand, so let's see what it looks like here. Maybe I can prop this up and we can see how it's done. So that comes right off, and this one might be a little trickier because it has some cut marks in it. There we go. And these are the parts that get really tough to rip through after your ribs are cut. So that's a little trick there. Save that for the dog. Lucky would love that. And then we're going to take our trusty Cutco knife. Cutco, the world's best cutlery. Shout out to the Cutco girl. And we're going to just cut some right through the surface of this membrane that's on top of this meat here to let the flavor penetrate there and also make it a little easier to eat when it's done cooking. So let me finish making those cuts. All right, now that we've had our meat covered and marinating, I actually cut it into some smaller chunks to make it fit in the pan I'm going to use a little better. It's time to prep it for the barbecue. So what we're going to use for our barbecue, instead of a metal pan or glass pan, is a tinfoil tray, and I brought some First Street heavy duty aluminum foil down with me from the States, because the aluminum foil down here is extremely thin, and this is much thicker, much more durable. You don't poke holes in it accidentally so easily like the Reynolds heavy duty wrap here. You can pretty much pierce it with your fingernail. So what we're going to do is we're going to stack this meat up here, bone side down. And I hope we have room for it all in here. Just do bone side down. And then we are going to use just a touch of some liquid smoke in the bottom of the pan. And that'll give us a little smokier flavor. Then we're going to cover the top of this with foil. But again, since I'm the one-handed chef, I'm going to have to get back to you. Now we've got it nice and tight. Make sure that your foil is wrapped tightly around the edges. And we will go stick it on the barbecue. Boy, that sun is bright, reflecting off of the foil. And I'm going to put it on one side of the barbecue, then light the other side of the barbecue. We want to cook it for about 4 hours at 200 degrees. So we just lit the right side and put the meat on the left side. That should take care of us. You know, these barbecue thermometers don't last very long, so we'll use our digital thermometer to take the temperature once this is warmed up. So we had a little bit of a setback. We had to go to a birthday party, which required us to turn the heat off and wait to cook the meat till later. So we did our 4 hours, but not consecutive. And Max is here helping me with the light out here on the barbecue. And here we have, ow, I'm stepping on rocks. And here we have our ribs. Come over here and give me a little more light. I know you hate stepping on these rocks, but try to stay on the pavers. And
one and
look
two
at that. Oh yeah. I'm gonna slide this over, and we're gonna drop these on the grill for just a second. Woo-wee! It's now like 10 o'clock at night. We started this project at, what was it, 1 o'clock. We put them on the grill at 1 o'clock, and then we had to take them off the grill and come back. But they look really, really good.
Oh,
Let's go ahead and we are gonna cut a couple of pieces off of here. and take it back and do a little taste testing. And here we are back in the kitchen, and let's take a look at our cut here. We took a little piece off the bobby. Look at that. It is grilled to perfection. You would almost think it's smoked the way it's colored on the outside. Let's cut a little piece off here. I'm gonna hand the camera to Max for a second while I cut a piece off.
That looks delicious.
And let me get one for me too.
Oh yeah.
We might have a little more fall off the boneness if we didn't have to stop our barbecue in the middle for the party, but that's okay. It was a great party, and you'll probably see some pictures of the venue that the party was at. Nice indoor water park. All right, let me see if it's still too hot. No, it's cooled down. Oh goodness, try that, Max. You like that? Mm-hmm. Does it need barbecue sauce or no?
No, it is perfect. Perfecto.
Awesome. Let's have some more. Good night, everybody.